If you take your time exploring the piers out behind the Shamrock Taphouse, you might find a small child staring out to sea. He's a bit hard to find because his small stature makes him not stick out in front of all the stuff that's on the pier, but you should be able to find him thanks to the fact that he shouts out that he sees it every time a mysterious thing pops up out of the water. Talk to Donny to find out that he believes there's a sea monster out in the sea that's popping up looking for something. Humor him just a little bit, and then you'll be tasked with going out to discover what exactly this sea monster is. Word of advice: do not do this in power armor. You're not going to be able to fully investigate this mysterious thing, and you'll probably just sit around on the ocean floor for a bit feeling like an idiot. Swim over to this monster's eye to find out that it's actually a Chinese submarine left over from before the bombs fell. Board the sub and then introduce yourself to the captain, who's been ghoulified and living with what he had to do for the last 200 years. Agree to help the captain out of his little bind and get himself homeward bound, and he'll tell you what he needs in order to get the submarine seaworthy again. First thing on the list is going to be a dampening coil from the Saugus Ironworks. Odds are it's extremely likely you already have that dampening coil to begin with, since there's literally at least 3 ways to stumble onto the quest out of the fire, which is at the center of the ironworks. If you somehow have not previously been to the Saugus Ironworks at this place, you're in for a treat. The enemies, a raider group known as the Forge, are pretty tough, but it's a gold mine of flamer fuel and flamers, which is an excellent mid-game weapon. And then there's the prospect of stumbling into the quest out of the fire, which will net you the shish kebab from Fallout 3, as well as a free settlement. Bring the dampening coil back to the Yangtze, and the captain will tell you that they now need a fuel source for the submarine, which will take the form of the last warhead available inside of the back deck. He warns you that the rest of his crew has gone feral and to be prepared for a fight, which you will most certainly have. Lucky for you, if you put a few points into your hacking skill, midway through the back decks of the ship, you can hack a terminal and skip most of the fighting. However, you will have to face the first mate, which is a stronger version of a glowing one, wearing the first mate's hat. It looks nice, but there's not much value to it. Clear the area around the warhead and then take out the payload and bring it back to the captain. The captain will give you very explicit instructions on how to insert and prime the new reactor core, and follow them. Seriously, just follow them. If you don't, you're just going to get yourself blown up and you'll look like an idiot, and odds are you wouldn't have saved in a while, and it's just not worth your time. Return to the captain once the reactor's up and running, and he'll thank you for your deeds, complete the quest, and give you 3 homing beacons. The homing beacons will function as a nuclear strike call-down. Throw them like you would a grenade, which they will travel slightly faster and then decide to drop mid-air because fuck physics, right? And shortly after, a small nuclear warhead will come down like artillery and blow up everything in the radius. The warheads are about the same damage and area effect as a mini-nuke, however, they come in at an angle that makes them near useless anywhere near any sort of building. Additionally, for some reason they can't be called down in quarries, so there goes that other open space. The only place I really found it useful was these are good for the glowing sea when you need to initiate combat, but you're not in the mood to spend your own mini nukes to do the initial damage to that legendary Alpha Deathclaw that probably has like a leather shoulder on him or something. It's still pretty cool though to call down a nuclear strike wherever you need it. That does it for this quest. Be sure to like and favorite the video if you found it helpful, and share it with your friends who may have trouble finding and completing this quest. If you have any additional questions about this quest, or there's a quest that you especially want me to cover in the near future, be sure to leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to subscribe for more Fallout 3 walkthroughs and whatever else I can find in the near future. And finally, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.